Yeah.
And I'll show you. I'll hold it up for you. You go ahead and talk why this is important to you.
Again, a lot of items are very, personal. They mean a lot to me. This item in particular has a very special meaning. As we all probably know, we've had just a terrible loss. We've had many terrible losses in professional wrestling. One of them, one of the most recent, Hana Kimura, of course, a victim of cyberbullying, just a victim of just a terrible, terrible, terrible thing that we deal with as people on a daily basis. I deal with it, you deal with it, my dad deals with it, your mom deals with it. Everyone in this room has probably dealt with it. Everyone at home has dealt with it. Hopefully not participated in it. But this is the shirt that I wore on the episode of Dynamite, which is, of course, in honor of Hana Kimura. And it's actually kind of a special shirt. You can't buy this shirt anywhere because these little flowers here, that's seen in her hair, these guys here were little kind of details that are added by our AEW costume crew to spruce it up and make it look even more pretty than it actually is. So for this shirt, again, this is an auction item, but I would love for every last penny of whatever this shirt goes for to go towards the charity of the Kimura family's choosing, and to support just the memory of Hana Kimura, and just to speak out against cyberbullying and everything that every grievance that it's caused us, all of us at some point in time. So again, a Hana Kimura t-shirt, the one that I wore on Dynamite. No other shirt like it because
Nope.
it's
You got the special flowers.
It's been prettified.
Yes, it has. It's
And
wonderful
again,
sewn on.
not looking to make a buck off of this whatsoever. This is all going towards a very, very wonderful cause. All to our friend, in the memory of Hana Kimura. So I guess we'll start it at $5.
And work its way up.
Yep.
And as those bids are coming in, you talk about it. Everybody's a victim of it.
Yeah.
Everybody's, and you being somebody who's on television every single Wednesday night.
Yeah.
You could open your mentions and have a bad day immediately.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the things that really struck me and really hit home for me was when, Hana would speak a little bit about her situation, where she would say, I would have no less than 100 messages on my timeline, kind of speaking down or speaking ill of me. And it's like, wait a minute, like, I've had days where there are messages to about that degree as well. And if it weren't for a mute button or a block button or whatever, it's like, I've been that person. And there are people, and it's so easy to pile on the person of the day. I don't think it's ever acceptable to say that they deserve it. You don't ever want to, even if someone has done something questionable, it's innocent until proven guilty.
Yep.
And you don't want to cyberbully someone into doing something terrible to themselves or to someone else. And it's, again, much like the lag, cyberbullying and things of that nature via social media, it's a very real issue. And as performers, we do have to deal with it. And we are human beings. And yeah, I've grown thick skin and I deal with it every day. And I know the people at home are probably watching this and they're reveling at the opportunity to say something to make fun of me because I'm talking about this. And that's okay. I won't lose to you, and no one else will. And we're hoping that, via charities like this, via having, just knowing that this exists in our world, that we can create a kind of environment where this will never happen again.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's a very real thing for performers. Whether you're on TV or not. Myself, I struggled with my mental health, and I actually went into therapy in the middle of this whole thing, and I quit social media for an entire month.
Yeah.
Just to kind of hit the reset button.
Yep.
And since coming back, I just realized if somebody says something bad, I'm like, well, this doesn't matter because now I can do it with this phone.
Yeah.
Throw it away like I did for a month, and it
Right.
means nothing.
Yep.
when did you come to that realization yourself? That you're like, oh, this is just text on a phone, and if I don't want to see this, I can just shut the screen off and set it down.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I've always tried to be a good person. I've tried to do the right thing, and I've tried to set a right example. And I feel like if the people around me haven't called me out on the bad things that I've done, on my own BS, and if the people around me can reinforce that, hey, Kenny, you're doing okay at this thing called life, then I don't have to worry so much about what, Johnny 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 7 says to me, who's just made an account today, and has made several other accounts telling me the same thing on Twitter.
Or they have an account and all they do is they go after
Exactly.
people, and that's all they do.
Yeah.
And they get no likes, and it's like you're just trying to get a response.
Right. And now it's like, people, they want to feel justified and they want to feel some sort of validation. They want to be the person that what I said was the funniest, terrible thing out of all the terrible things you've received today. So I want to be the person who says that really terrible but funny thing that gets the most likes out of all the group of terrible things that you've had to deal with today. You know what I mean? And I think that in itself is like, how could you, in your mind, want to be that person? How could you want to be like, oh, I'm the account that everyone's looking at, and I got 23 likes compared to your 2 likes for some very inappropriate, lewd thing that I'm saying about you or your personal life or a match that I saw or anything silly like whatever, you had a booger hang out of your nose and this is, the meme that I made from it. And it is what it is, and it's very tough, of course, as people, as humans, to ignore something that's directed. I think it's against our nature to completely ignore something that's just directed at you.
Yeah.
Because sort of in a way, social media is kind of still a new thing to all of us as a race, where now social media is kind of controlling our lives in a way. So for us to accept that it's controlling our lives and for it to dictate how we are supposed to run our lives, what we're allowed to say, what the buzzwords are, how do we... it's another thing I try to do is I don't try to have social media dictate the way that I speak to my friends and family, because now it's like they're like words you're supposed to use now in daily conversation, like social media words. And it's like that's what means you're cool. That's what means you're hip. That's what means that you're gonna be someone that is with it, right now. And I try not to get involved with any of that, because as soon as you get involved with that too much, you're just a drone. You know what I mean? And there's no way that you're ever gonna find your own identity. And individuality, because you're just a part of the masses, and that's it. And I think once you become a part of that too much, you sort of lose sight of what you need to look at in your own world, in your own life, and you stop making progress for your own self. So there's just these social media traps. You got to be careful. Anyway, yeah.
Just put the energy out in the world that you want to come back to. Totally.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I love the way that you tweet, because you tweeted out a graphic for this show. You just put tomorrow, exclamation point. That's all you need to do. Like
I wasn't sure how else I could have, because
that's how I did it.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I like tomorrow. Like, duh,
Yeah.
do you want to see it or not? Like,
Yeah.
Kenny Omega, like, tune in. But what are the bids?
All of it, $650.
$650.
Oh, thank you. That's
Anthony, so much. And is anybody going back and forth? We got to let them know if they're in or they're out.
We still seem to have some people just slowly bidding.
Okay, we got some people slowly building, but when it gets too rich for your blood, and you've been going back and forth, let us know if you're in or out. You guys know this by now.
Yep.
And hopefully Brian Kanabrowski, you paid for your invoice already, and we're taking care of that. He's good to go. Thank you so
Oh,
much,
thank
Josh.
you.
Josh has got taken care of everything. Thank you so much, Josh, for being on top of it.
He just wants you to put ring worn at
WK12.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
On the knee pads, kick pads,
Separately.
All of them?
on each one?
Okay.
On each one. You go ahead and do that right there.
Does he want it in a visible area, or like, for example, like on the inside of the knee
I
pad?
think on the outside so you can see it.
Outside? Okay,
No,
you bet,
no,
you
he
bet.
said he puts it in a shadow box or something.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's going to get that wonderful signature on there as he does that beautiful penmanship. Obviously, so we raised properly with proper penmanship.
That's right, calligraphy.
Calligraphy. I haven't heard that since second grade. It's been a grammar school at least.
Oh my God. What is wrong with me?
What is, here I am,
Ring
compliment ring work.
Ring work?
Ring, you were doing work.
I
for sure.
did work.
You were wrestling Chris Jericho, so I'm sure it was a ton of work.
Don't tell me I can't. Can I not?
I think you got it. You got it.
We're good.
Your thumb works as an eraser. Kenny Omega Saliva works great as Sharpie eraser.
it's very
if you guys knew that or
it's
not,
very acidic.
it is very acidic.
Yeah, I'm like reptile.
I mean,
from Mortal Kombat.
he speaks very nice and very politely, but that tongue very acidic.
Yeah.
You didn't know that about him.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one for last now because that one's cursed.
It's got bad juju on it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's the right knee, you know. Just got bad.
V
bad
trigger
juju.
knee. Yeah.
Yeah, bad. Even my left knee's got the bad juju on it right now. So. And there's the signs, and of course we're dealing with the bids for the T-shirt.
$700, if you want to just put it 30 seconds, speed it up.
30 seconds.
I think we have a couple people
Okay.
still in.
Do it.
We got a couple people. We're on a 30-second clock right now for this T-shirt right here. Wonderful, and all will go to charity, of course.
I don't know if it gold. Well,
Right there.
it's just, yeah. I mean, it's.
You need me to hold it tight. You need to assist.
It should be okay.
Yeah, you
it's,
got-
it's just not gonna show as good as the knee pad. That's
Yeah,
all.
but the knee pads. Just show you, Brian Can't Rescue, what it looks like. Right there. That's what it looks. Ring
Yeah.
worn.
Does he want the Kenny Omega signature as well in there? 'Cause I can
Yes,
add
he
to the
does. He
cake.
does want the signature.
I can do that. Absolutely. Okay.
I'll show
Yeah.
that off on the camera. You can go ahead and put the signature on that one.
Heck yeah.
Of course, he's got the ring worn right there at the top, so it can be displayed in a nice shadow box. A little tough to see. There we go. It's for you, Brian Canabrowski. And also, too, guys, we're on the third. We're on a clock right now for this T-shirt. Right now, let us know if you're in or you're out on this T-shirt right here. All money will go to charity. So,
710 with the LWOS for Ricks.
okay,
Germany.
710 LWO.
It's the middle night in Germany.
And it's the middle of the night of Germany. He's staying up
Yeah.
late. Took this all the way up to 7:10.
Thank you
Ring
so
worn,
much.
thank
This is-
It's been a wonderful evening. Now I should ask. You know,
Uh-huh.
we're on the topic of navigating this life that you now lead.
Yes.
You know.
This might actually be.
Yeah, give that a shot. Go
Also, I
ahead.
just want to call out some people who are watching. Badass Masa is watching.
Of course,
Oh,
Badass-
geez,
Badass
Masa.
Masa, thank you so
Hello.
much.
Will Ospreay is watching.
Will
Will
Ospreay. There we
Ospreay.
go. Okay.
And Emily
Will
Alva's
Ospreay.
up to 720.
Will
Emily.
Ospreay, I gotta say, good luck in your journey throughout the G1. I've been there, I've done it. This is be his second one, I believe, right? His second G1. So yeah, I mean, we've both been guys that do multiple G1s, holding that Gaijin foreign flag high. We have to represent for all the foreigners, and it's a very, very difficult, the most difficult tour in all of professional wrestling, bar none. I can't think of any more difficult tour where you feel like you've got to perform every night, and you've got to answer the call, and you've got to make sure that your A game is the only game that you're showing when the red light's on. Even in the days when you would have the tag matches, which they don't have this year, which is great. I think it's a great way to eliminate a little bit of the stress that you put in your body. But that being said, a G1's a G1, and Ospreay is not in an easy block. So best of luck to Will out there. We all love Will. We all miss Will over here. Wish him the best of luck. Too bad he couldn't be here. And hopefully one day, geez, who knows? Whether it be a G1 or a Tokyo Dome or some other place, I'll run into you somewhere. Keep doing me proud, my friend.
I would say Reseda, but that building's been closed already, and you've
Right.
already done that. You've already done that, so.
That's true.
Yep.
All right.
I did a little research before we came on
And
camera.
Emily Alva at 720. Put this on a short 30 seconds.
Short 30 seconds, 7:20. Emily, so where we're at right now, we're bringing it to the hard camera right now, 7:20. The shirt right here, and we'll even sign it.
Guys,
too.
I think that's fantastic. I think, again, every dollar, every penny that goes towards this is just a penny well sent, well spent, and well sent, and
It
well
will-
sent.
It will be sent.
It will be well sent
It
as
will
well,
be sent,
yeah.
but it is
Yeah.
spent by you. Then it'll be sent.
Yeah. So thank you so much, guys. It really means a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot.
Okay,
Lewis is at 7:30.
7:30. So, all right, I'm gonna go put it back here, let it sort down so we take a good look at it again.
All right, these are all
All
signed
signed.
up.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
they're all
ahead and
kind of different, yeah.
Show right there, we signed it there, and also signed it on the front. You got all of them signed here for you, Brian. We're good to go. So, well, like I was saying, as we're kind of getting these bids a little bit closer, and we're kind of winding up. This is like the one question I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
We were just talking about navigating this new life.
Sure.
And, we all have experienced failures, but
Yeah.
you have achieved wonderful success. How do you deal with success?
Well,
Like, how do you process it? You have action figures that you just signed.
yeah.
You're in Walmart. So you have a video game coming out soon that you're in. Some people can't handle the success of that. People self-sabotage. People do things. How do you navigate success?
I just try to share the moments as best as I can, especially, okay, I'm going to preface this with, you can never be completely successful in today's wrestling without the help of someone or something. So I think it's important that no matter what you do, if you find yourself in a case where you're seeing a lot of success, there's a chance it was because of somebody else helping you along the way. So I think as best as you can, if you're one of the lucky ones that sees success and you're able to make a living through wrestling, or a comfortable one, if you're able to enjoy, whether it be travel or being able to work with the people that you love, or have your matches be seen by groups of people that couldn't have seen your matches beforehand, I think you have to just make sure that you share those happy times and share the success. Make sure that you share the success with the people that you care about that have helped you along the way, and to make sure that you don't be an ass and think that it was all because of you. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not stupid enough to think that Kenny Omega could have been Kenny Omega without, guys like Okada, Chris Jericho, the Young Bucks. It's this table, all these people here. These are all people that have helped me get to this point, and I think you just have to be very willing to not only share that success, but give an equal portion of that success to them, because they're just as responsible as you are for being there, and hopefully by everyone equally paying it forward, always around, it expands this world of good professional wrestling. Not the professional wrestling where, I feel that professional wrestling was at a point, where it wasn't fun to watch anymore. But now I feel that via YouTube and streaming services and all that, people being competitive in general with one another, people being competitive, but being competitive not only singularly, but like saying like me and my friends are better than you and your friends. I think it's created like these kind of fun competitions between, for example, like dudes in NXT versus guys in AEW versus guys that are doing stuff in AAA versus guys that are doing stuff in New Japan. And I think as long as we're all taking that success and paying it forward, something, whatever your original question was.
No.
I went off on a tangent.
No, that's exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah.
I knew you'd answer perfectly, and you absolutely did.
Oh, thanks, man.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Let's